Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy. We are gonna get into some spoilers here. You have been warned, I'll put it on the video. I want to talk about Endgame now that I've had like a day to process it, right? Here's the thing, okay. Pacing was a little slow on this movie for me. Just a tad, towards the end actually, towards the end. But I think it was necessary. I think it was the right decision. I think for Cap and for Tony, I think that was the right choice that they made. I think Tony's choice to keep everybody who had like been born since the snap, or everybody who had like, I think that was the right choice that he made for himself and for everybody, for the world. That is a very much a Tony Stark sort of decision that he would make. Here's the thing, I don't know if I agree with that, because what if you have people who committed suicide after the snap, right? What if you have people who, like, their whole family died and they committed suicide, right? That's not going to bring back that person that committed suicide, so then their family members are going to come back to a dead family member, right? Or you have the other thing where their spouse might have died and their children might have died, so they may have moved on to a new spouse. That could cause all sorts of trouble if they moved on to a new spouse and new children or a child or whatever. So there's a lot of weird like, I don't know if I agree with it personally, like on a level of like, should have they done that, right? I don't know if they should have really done that. It does make sense in the movie, right? So I do have to get into Cap's story, where he did end up living out his life back in time. Very, very Doctor Who, kind of. It was very much a Doctor Who sort of thing. It was very sweet. It was very sweet. I like that they did that for him. I like that character arc. I also even liked, so I even liked how they got rid of Black Widow. So full spoilers. You've been warned anyway. I don't like that we lost her, but I like that between her and Jeremy Renner, fuck, I can never remember names. It's super late when I'm recording this, by the way. That I like that who we kept, how we kept them. I like that between the two of them that they were fighting for the Soul Stone. I like that they both were like, yeah, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. No, I'm gonna kill myself. You don't get to choose that for me. I like that they both had that fight scene. Basically, one didn't let the other one lose. Really, it was just a matter of he didn't have the strength to hold on to her, or he would have flung her back up and said, no, it's me. And I like that. I like that. That was a very smart decision there, I think. It worked really well for those characters. All right, here's some of the other things in this movie, though. Here's kind of, I think, why I wasn't enjoying it that much. It kind of felt like, and I was going to tweet this out last night, and I didn't. I wanted to make sure I had the right emotion before I actually tweeted this out, but I'm just going to say it now. It kind of felt like, you know, that like that last time you're walking through Toys R Us right before, you know, like they were going to close, and you're like, oh, this is still so cool, but I'm not a little kid anymore, and this doesn't hold the same whatever. It's changed, you know. I've moved on from this, and that's kind of, or it's like, well, I don't want to move on from this, but this isn't going to be something. This isn't going to be something that's here anymore. So that might have been closer to how it feels. It's like, yes, I want to enjoy this, but I can't because it's bittersweet, you know, because it's not going to be here for long. So that's kind of my whole feeling on Endgame is like walking through Toys R Us one last time. And, you know, yeah, you get the cool fight scenes, and you had the really awesome, you know, when Tony brought everybody back, and you had Doctor Strange and Spidey and everybody just come through all these portals. That was freaking awesome. That was definitely freaking awesome. There was moments in this that were brilliant. And there were moments in this that were just kind of slow. I mean, I think a lot of the color palette kind of help. It kind of, the movie doesn't feel slow. It doesn't feel slow for a very long time until it starts getting towards the end, at least for me. And I was like, okay, I get it. We can wrap this stuff up. I mean, do we really need this long funeral scene? Do we need this long? I don't know. It just seems like they slowed down too much towards the end. They took too long of a time to slow down. But I don't know. I don't know if it was so necessary. I don't know if they could have cut out a little bit of the whole funeral-y sort of scene. I mean, I don't know. That was just a personal complaint. Other weird things, like I probably don't mind the Thor Lebowskiing of Thor. I don't know. I don't mind that. I thought it was funny. I thought it would. But here's the thing. I totally get a lot of you guys have said that, yeah, that's not how Thor's character was. He wasn't supposed to be funny. He wasn't supposed to be, all this and that, which is fine. I don't remember a lot of the really early Thor movies. Like, and I say early. God, it's only been, what, like 8 years? So I remember Ragnarok. I remember Thor being funny in Ragnarok. I actually really loved that movie. That was a really good one. I think that was probably one of my, like, 8 out of 10 sort of movies. Enjoyed that a lot more than Endgame. I think I might be knocking my score on Endgame down to maybe a 6 just because of how slow it was. And the whole, like, I don't know if I agree with the ending. I don't know if I agree with the solution. I mean, it's nice that they went and they ended up using, like, Ant-Man to put the Infinity Stones back and to go through time. That was kind of interesting, but it kind of felt like a clip show when I don't know if I wanted a clip show. I think I wanted a new movie. And a lot of it was, like, a lot of revisit, and a lot of, like, hey, remember when we did this? So there was, like, a little too much revisit. I've already seen Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3 many, many times. I don't know if I liked getting that sort of thing where they have to do stuff while the other movie's happening. I don't know. I think maybe this one is going to lower even more over time. I was thinking at first it would rise. I was leaving it right around a 7. Now I'm thinking maybe it's right around a 6 just because of the pacing. I didn't hate this movie, and Captain Marvel certainly didn't ruin it. She bothered me a little bit with Spider-Man. She bothered me a little bit just by being there, like, oh, I'm the bestest ever. I'm going to take down this giant ship thing or whatever. That bothered me. I laughed when Thanos, gave her a good bitch slap. I thought that was kind of funny. I did not like the, hey, it's my turn. I'm the bestest ever, and then they had, like, the little, oh, you need help. Oh, yeah, well, I've got all my girls. Let's go, ladies. It was a little cheesy. It was cheesy. It was cheesy. They did the same thing in Infinity War, though. They had kind of the chick fight while the guys were fighting. So I can see it's kind of to tie into that, but man, Captain Marvel's too... Even in this movie, she comes across very snotty, very snarky, very disrespectful. Just disrespectful. Like she'll be respectful, but then not. It's like very much the backhanded compliments, right? The one trailer that we have seen where Don Cheadle basically puts her in her place, like, where have you been all this time? She's like, oh, there's other planets, and they didn't have you. They had me, so I saved all these other planets while you're just dealing with one, with all of you put together. Yeah, that one. Oh, Lord. So that scene is in the movie, but I don't know. When I first saw that, I'm like, oh, she actually redeemed herself. Do you guys want me to put that video up? I have it on my Patreon right now still. Do you guys want me to put up that video where my first reaction to that trailer was, oh my god, she's actually going to redeem herself. This looks like they're going to give us what they want. She gave them their nods and their respect. I don't know. Excuse me, allergies. I'm just going to leave that in. I'm not going to bother editing out one sneeze. Yeah, it's like allergy season, super bad. I don't know. I'm still kind of unsold on it. This probably isn't a movie that I'm going to sit there and, like, want to watch for fun. It's more of a movie you're going to want to watch, like, for homework to kind of analyze. And that is why it's kind of getting a lower score. It's not a funny movie. I mean, it has its moments. It does have it's a Marvel movie. They always have their moments. I don't know how. I'm still in the, I don't know how to process this one, but this is like a day after, and I don't think it's going to go any lower than maybe a 6, because it did do a lot. It did a lot to, really, really expand Nebula. It did a lot to expand, some of the other little things that are kind of moving in the side grounds and stuff. I don't know. I mean, At least we have Doctor Strange 2 and Spider-Man and, like, Spider-Man 2. At least we have those coming because I did like Doctor Strange a lot and I like Spider-Man. I think one of my problems is that, like, the core Avengers, as somebody kind of getting a little more excited the further we get into them, because, like, when the first movie, like, when Iron Man first came out, like, I don't care about superheroes, whatever. And then you kind of get into them, you trickle in, you know, I'd watch them with riff tracks synced up, you know, like the Avengers movie, and then I don't remember if I saw Age of Ultron with riff tracks synced up. No, I saw Thor. I know I saw Captain America like that too, and I believe one or two of the Iron Mans with riff tracks. Yeah, and then kind of the further you go into them, the more invested you get. Like, especially once, like, with Infinity War, I'm like, oh shit. When that one was, like, kind of, like, getting close enough, like, okay, now I need to, like, start really, really, like, figuring out, because I had been watching, like, the later movies, you know, from, like, Guardians on. Those were kind of the ones that were more in my kind of memory, because the other ones were like, oh yeah, I remember watching that with riff tracks a long time ago. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling, but I think to me, what I was trying to kind of get around to is that the Avengers were almost the weaker part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe once we started getting, like, the Guardians, and then Thor started getting to be really, really cool with Ragnarok for me. At least for me. I know he was always cool. He's probably my favorite of the original. He's actually the one I got on the metal popcorn tin last night at Endgame, because I'm like, oh, and it's like an event, and I need the popcorn tin, and I need the other theater had the Infinity Gauntlet cup. I wanted the Infinity Gauntlet, like, plastic cup. They didn't have it. Damn it, I really wanted that one. Oh well. But yeah, I have a P.O. box if anyone has any extra that they want to send for Mecha Random 42, P.O. Box 1566, Loveland, Colorado 80539. Yeah, I was gonna get that, and then I didn't go to that same theater. I went to a different theater, so they didn't have them. I think it's like Regal has one or AMC has one and stuff. But I got the metal Thor popcorn bucket because that was awesome. Because it's an event, you know, it's like a memory. You know, it was like when Guardians 2 came out, and I was so sad that I didn't get the little baby Groot mug and the popcorn holder. But, you know, that's okay, because I did get the baby Groot from the P.O. box, so thank you so much. I will get that uploaded sometime. I need to edit, like, 3 P.O. box videos into one, and it's going to just be a long video, so maybe this weekend I'll do that. but yeah, it's just kind of... It is kind of just like walking around through Toys R Us one last time, where you know that you're sad to see it go, but you know that it's not gonna be the same, right? So yeah, tell me what you guys think. This is more of the full spoiler one. I am Mecha Random 42. Also, the GoFundMe finally got fully funded. I'm gonna stream sometime Saturday, probably Saturday evening sometime, whenever around the Midnight's Edge stream. I'll work out something to do some sort of stream around them. I'll figure out what time of day, because we still need to do the Endgame review there and the Orville review. But go check out my Orville review. Go check out my spoiler-free Endgame review if you haven't. I am Mecha Random 42. The GoFundMe is fully funded. Holy shit! I'm gonna do the stream tomorrow to celebrate it. And I will thank you so much for watching. I'm bad at ending these. I will see you on the next video or live stream. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye! Oh my god, I forgot 2 majorly, massively important things when I was doing my review. First thing, no Goose. No Goose. Like, Orange Cat good, and he is nowhere to be found in this movie. I was so sad. Like, they could have had him be one of the alternate locations of, like, the Tesseract or something, or one of the locations. They could have at least given a reference, like, well, it looks like one of them is that. What does this mean? Why is it showing a cat? Like, they could have done that and not known, you know. They could have had something like that, some reference to Goose. Where's Goose? Oh, I love Goose. And you guys know I love Goose because you guys send me all the awesome, amazing Goose stuff. Like, the only Funkos I even have are like Goose. And I know there's like 2 more too. They've got the one with the tentacles, and then one with the Tesseract in it. And yeah, of course I have all the awesome ones from back there. You guys can't even see them, but love Goose so much. He wasn't in the movie though. I was so sad by that. The other thing was like one of the majorly, awesomely important things. Well, actually it's 2 things. Captain America got to... Actually, there's 3 things. Captain America got to say, Avengers Assemble. Yes, that was a cheer moment. The other cheer moment in my theater, Actually, there was a really good laugh out loud moment too. Remind me, don't let me forget about this. There was a really, really awesome moment with he got the hammer. He got Thor's hammer. And everybody just cheered. They're like, oh, he can wield the hammer. So amazing. That was a cool moment. That was a cool, like, yeah, he's pretty badass. He's pretty awesome moment. They gave so much respect to Captain America and Iron Man. Like Robert Downey Jr., both of them gave so much respect to that. The other fun thing, it seemed to me like a little bit of a dig at Captain Marvel, a little bit of dig at Brie Larson. They made a joke about I think Ant-Man, Paul Rudd had the line, that's America's ass, talking to Steve, right? Talking to Captain America about his ass, and I guess he didn't believe him. And then when there's a part in the movie where he sees himself passed out face down when he kind of goes back in time to redo some stuff to get the stones, right? And he's like, yeah, that is a nice ass. That's America's ass. Good one, because as we know, Brie Larson famously had the butt double, and I did see that it was the butt double that you do see from behind in that scene where Thor's like, oh, I like this one, and where War Machine's like, yeah, who are you? Where have you been? So there is the butt double in there. You can clearly see because the girl's got, yeah, nice to look at, very nice to look at from behind. Brie Larson not so much, but whatever. So that was like the couple of things that I totally forgot to talk about. This is what happens when you're trying to remember everything that happens in like a 1,000,000-hour movie. But yeah, hopefully you guys stayed till this part. I'm gonna try and think real quick. Is there anything I missed? Tell me what else I missed. What other really awesome things were in there? I mean, I love seeing like so many callbacks to Doctor Strange. I love seeing Tilda Swinton in there. I love seeing Spider-Man, like Peter Parker and his buddy. I can't remember the kid's name. I love seeing them at the end. There's a lot of little bittersweet, like, you want to tear up sort of moments, right? What did you guys think? What did you guys think? I think, yeah, the movie's not the greatest, but I think it was the right movie that they needed to make, considering of where we were. Captain Marvel, a little OP, a little annoying, didn't ruin the movie though. She was by far not the worst part of this. She was probably the cringiest part, but she didn't like kill my enjoyment one way or another. There's a couple of eye roll. With her, it's always the eye roll, like, oh god, of course you're here, of course you're the best, of course you. But it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like having to sit through the whole movie. She's only in 15 minutes of the movie, by the way. So yeah. So tell me what you guys think. I am MechaRandom42, and I will see you on the next video or live stream. Bye! Thanks for watching! If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!